This episode of Titan's A-Talk is brought to you by Audiobunk.com. Audiobunk has thousands of fascinating audiobooks available for your listening pleasure. One I recommend is Art of the Steal by author Glenn Cairn. Use the promo code TitanTalk to get a free month trial. Audiobunk.com, where you and books can bunk together.
Hey there, everyone! Coming to you live from a secret location, this is Titan's A-Talk, a podcast about the hit online battle arena game, Titans Attack! I'm your host, Cyborg X, aka Cyborg X. Here with me to talk about patch 2.1 is my special guest, Shinobi, aka Benoshi1234.
Hello.
And what a show we have for you today! We get to talk about a major, game-changing patch for Titans. Mobs have been buffed, junglers across the board are going to have a harder time creeping, and top-tier picks just aren't quite going to escort you through to victory anymore.
Yes, we'll help you understand what he just said.
Oh, Shinobi, I don't expect you to know everything about the meta already. You're still green, but that's what's beautiful about this kind of show. The pros will get a deep discussion of the meta from me, and newbies like you will get tips on how to rise through the ranks.
There's something for everybody.
Right on! So let's get started with talking about the changes to Kikra, everyone's favorite support mage. Now, normally you could hang back and cast buffs on your ADC, but now that her damage buffs have been nerfed by like 33%, she's basically useless. I have no idea what the devs were thinking here.
They probably wanted to make the game harder.
That's for sure. Already I've seen a bunch of streamers rag on people in their teams who pick her. But even if randos usually make terrible picks, I think it's better to just tell them the picks that they ought to make, so that we'd have a better chance of winning. Is that so wrong?
It makes you sound controlling.
I ran through every possible scenario in my head beforehand. I have empirical data suggesting that a certain arrangement of heroes will have a higher % chance of winning.
Not everyone has a literal computer brain.
Anyone with a normal-ass brain could figure out what's wrong. Picking Kikra while stacking up with high damage, low maneuverability characters like Rakar or Masala is a terrible idea.
They named a character Masala?
Yeah, she's from the East.
The east of where?
Look, I don't know her backstory. I care that she's got a big axe that can clear out anyone in the jungle who's going in for a cheap hit.
So she lives in the jungle?
No, the jungle means the space between the lanes where people's mobs try and get your team's heroes.
Oh, okay.
Rakar, meanwhile, can throw out these kunai in a big arc that can execute. With 2.1, he can attack faster too, which puts him in a higher tier than Masala. But she's still good at helping out ADC, so she's not a complete lost cause like a lot of the legacy characters.
I've never seen anyone in my ninja clan use weapons as large as Rakar's.
It's not supposed to be real life.
And yet, here we are, in real life.
Could you repeat that? I was distracted.
Are you playing a game right now?
Damn, lost again. You were saying?
You're using your computer brain well, I see.
Don't give me that kind of talk, man.
Maybe use one of your processing threads to pay attention to conversations.
Yeah, finally got him! No one's gonna knock me out of Grandmaster.
You'd better not be playing this game in your head while we're out on patrol.
Don't worry, it's like using a cell phone while you drive. It's a learned skill.
You don't even have your license.
Who needs a license when you've got jet boots?
Who needs spending money when you have jaywalking tickets?
I don't even see how the cops can give me a ticket. If I was gliding over the street, then I wasn't touching the street at all. I even have video evidence.
Incidents like that already strain our tenuous secret identities.
What's the police going to do? Search their database for a dude called Cyborg X? I could probably break right through the terrible security and delete anything they have on us.
I'm not worried about the police. I am worried about Palladis.
I wouldn't be so dramatic about those goons. They can't lay a finger on us.
Maybe, but I've got a feeling they've at least got profiles.
Maybe on me, but you've got a way better secret identity than I'd ever have.
Let's stop this topic before we blow our cover. I've heard through some secret channels that Palladis is employing mystical arts of their own. But nothing they possess is more powerful than the talisman. It contains an unfathomable amount of energy. I have a feeling there might be a dark force fueling our opponent's powers.
Like a demon or something?
Not exactly. I suspect it is some form of ancient being, though I'm not sure whether or not it has good intentions for its human host.
Well, it's a good thing I'm not fully human, huh? I'm immune to any curses or hexes or junk.
I wouldn't be so confident. If Pallidus is dealing with the demonic, then I ought to address this as soon as possible. The spiritual power of my clan can only do so much to eliminate demons of that rank. At most, it would suppress it temporarily. That might give us enough time to examine the object.
What's this about us? You can play archaeologist all you want, but you might as well ask me to learn backgammon.
When I say us, I mean my grandfather and I.
Ah, that guy.
Yes, that guy.
Well, that explains the work study. I thought you just made up an excuse to leave school early.
I don't think someone with your attendance record should be talking like that.
Well, gee, it's not as if I can't just web search everything in my head during tests. Why bother going to class?
Engaging with the public school system is an integral part of your secret identity.
With your money, you could probably just hire a private tutor.
You know what? You're right, X. I'm gonna sign off and arrange just that. Good night.
Hey, come back here, ninja boy.
There are 2 words you ought to learn. Bluff and volume.
If all that stuff you said about the amulet was true, then that means the twerp who has it is gonna be a whole new challenge for Pallidus. This is a whole new variable to think about.
Twerp? You're sounding more like a villain than a hero.
Alright. I'm gonna start running simulations in my head right now. Give me some parameters.
No matter what I suggest, you're probably just going to do what you want, as per usual.
Okay, I'll lead, you'll be backup. Give me a sec. And we lost the first scenario. Okay, time for another simulation. This time you take lead.
Now, this is the kind of game I'd rather be playing. See you next time on... I don't even remember the name of the show. Whatever.
Titans a Talk! See you later, listeners. Make sure to back us on Patreon Plus to support the show.
Please don't do that.